we're on.
Okay.
Ready to go? All right. It is 7 o'clock, so I'd like to call to order a regular meeting of the Brookfield Inland Wetlands Commission. Today is Monday, the 10th of March, 2025. My name is Sharon Fox. I act as chair of the commission. To my right, Mr. Bob Hudeman, who is our secretary. To my left, Mr. Tom Keller, who is the vice chairman. And to my far left, Mr. Rob Scalera, who is an alternate. So there are four of us. All four of us will be voting members this evening. And down to my far right is Ms. Laura Barkowski, who is the Inland Wetlands Enforcement Officer. So if you're going to speak today, please be sure that Laura gets your name and address. So we have, okay, so we've done that. Let's take a look at, you guys together?
We are.
You are?
Do we look for?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We only have one thing on the agenda, so.
And it's us?
Yeah, well, it depends. Are you 148 North Lake Shore?
Yeah, cool.
All right, well, guys, why don't we go to that, okay?
Sure.
It works.
All right, so I'll make a motion then to go to agenda item 6A, 148 North Lake Shore. So guys, why don't you come up again, Laura? Oh, sorry. Do I have a second?
Second.
Rob
yeah.
seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Laura. Let me go, guys, again, Laura's gonna need your name and address. Let me get the file.
Connor Roscoe, 2 Sunset Drive, Danbury, Connecticut.
And Bob Roscoe, 31 Harper Stone, 13 Kitterwood Drive.
So Laura, oh, so when you're ready.
Okay,
You
I'm
get-
sorry, what do you have us again?
13 Candlewood Road.
13
Laura,
New Fairfield?
is there a little background on this application as related to the ZBA?
I believe, if I remember correctly, you guys are still waiting to go before the zoning board of appeals for this application?
No, that's never been brought up to us.
We have building permit, we're third of the way done building the house.
Okay.
What about the shed? Is
So
it
for the
about a shed?
So
Yeah, we wanna
for the shed, it was a revision on the building permit, and the first thing that was brought up was to come to wetlands meeting. It hasn't even gone through all reviews yet.
Okay, let's,
Yeah.
Looked at it.
Yeah, he verbally approved it, but
okay, let's take a look at the
yeah.
application.
Back to fine.
Okay, let's just take a look at your application then, and see if we can sort out this.
You provide the percentage
Background.
of impervious coverage? Is that, I believe that was what they were waiting for.
Yeah, it's on this.
Okay, we're not trying to give you a bad time, we're just trying to make sure
I hear it.
everything is
No,
in the right
that's-
order here,
There was
so.
a thing on DPA, and it was contingent on CCA, Sullivan and CCA providing the calculation.
And he did? Okay.
And again,
Yeah.
But that's
That's what it is.
From the
Oh, okay.
previous application.
Okay,
Yeah.
right, okay, good.
No.
No.
Good. We were a little
I-
worried, because if you still had to go to ZBA and they had to make a change, then
Oh,
you could
then
have
you
been in
can't come
trouble
back.
here, and we didn't want you to come over back and forth.
Oh, my bad.
So we had your best interest at heart.
Thank you.
So, I'm just looking at the application, it says modification to the existing permit which is for the construction of a new home. And the purpose of the modification is to add a 10 by 20 enclosed shed with a walkout deck above. So disturbed wetland area is 0, disturbed linear feet of watercourse is 0. Disturbed upland review area is 14,000? Oh, that's for the whole house, right? Not just for the modification. Do you want to leave this disturbed upland review area at 14,000, or do you want it to just be for the shed?
Just for the shed probably makes more sense.
Okay, all right, we're gonna make a little tiny change to the application. So the
Understood.
shed is 10 by 20, and then what is this walkout deck? There's a walkout deck above it?
Yeah, so the shed is on the basement grade,
Okay,
so the shed's basically concrete,
okay,
and above it is a waterproofed
Okay.
deck that connects to the
okay. All
had a
right,
deck
so
on the
I'm gonna
property.
get one of you over here. So I'm gonna change the disturbed upland review area from 14,000 square feet, which is probably your whole thing,
Mhm.
to just the shed, which is 200 square feet, okay?
Makes sense.
So I'm gonna make it 200, I'm gonna circle it, and one of you is gonna drop your initials on here, okay?
Before you finish with that, it says in the purpose, it says modification to an existing wetlands permit.
Yeah,
You need to check that off on the first page, too. At the top,
oh, not the applicant, no, where,
modification to existing permit.
oh, it's, you know, on the, file copy?
Yeah.
It looks like they picked that up, and I see something in handwritten,
Oh,
Okay.
but good catch.
okay.
Okay, I'm just trying to get the paperwork straight. So this is just gonna be 200 square feet, so just initial that, right? This would be simple. Okay. All right, so I have a plan here from CCA with 21025 add shed and deck. Okay, I see the house. I see the covered deck here. Is this it?
That's existing.
So help.
So it's on where it says covered deck,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's not the shed part.
So where's the shed?
It says proposed shed
Oh, here.
deck.
Here it is.
Yeah, it's the small 10 by 20. Yeah, right there.
Okay,
Where is it?
right here.
Alright.
So it is on the North Lake Shore Road, so it is on the south side of
It's
the
on the south
property.
side, correct?
Okay. Are there any, you guys have to change any footing, I mean, not footing drains, but, is there gonna be eaves on this thing? Are you changing where the runoff goes from any eaves? Are there any eaves troughs on this?
So there are no footing drains right there, but there are leader drains.
Okay,
It kind of right now it runs along the south side of the house,
okay.
and it will it'll continue to be there.
So you're saying there's just sheet flow, is that right? You're not putting in anything, right? It's just sheet flow over whatever this is?
Over the deck.
Yeah.
The deck will be waterproof, so water will fall off into a gutter.
What is this little thing here? Can you?
The little square.
No, it says proposed deck. This little, what is this?
That's a retaining wall.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's like a 3-foot retaining wall.
okay. All right, so, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I don't have any more questions, guys.
No.
Nope.
Everybody all right with this? All right, since it's a modification, we can make a motion today. So with that, I'll just do it here. I'll make a motion to approve the application W-25-7, 148 North Lake Shore for the addition of a closed-in shed on the south side of the property as described on the set of plans by CCA with an original date of 2/12/2024 with a last revision date of 2/10/2025, and again, all the original stipulations and any other stipulations for this property will remain in effect.
I'll second that.
Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. You guys are all set.
Do you guys run some of the other towns that we work in?
Do we what?
The residence department?
All the volunteers, did you know that, we're volunteers? So, yeah, you have, one of the things is you gotta live in town. So,
Are you saying we're easy?
Fast and efficient.
Yeah, I think he was asking
well,
if we
you know
could.
what,
do some of the
allows that,
others.
Fast and
You know what
efficient.
allows that
That's a
to
good way to
happen?
put it.
what allows that to happen is you guys fill out the application correctly, it's thorough, everything is documented, you have a plan that's correct.
Right,
That makes our job easy.
exactly.
You
Yeah.
know? And plus, you weren't putting it in the lake. You know, there wasn't a, existing wetland that you were trying to cover over, so.
Awesome.
Thank you very
You
much.
guys do yourselves the favor.
Okay, have a
All
great
right,
day.
have a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so let's return then to the, agenda item, section 3, active sites, Candlewood Lake Road, new school. Nothing new. 58 Old Grays Bridge. I assume there's nothing new there. And then 500A, the Toll Brothers. They have a nice inspection report. It isn't really tailored. I was looking at it one more time. It isn't really tailored, to wetlands.
It's more for erosion sedimentation control.
Yeah, and I was looking at the last one, and again, I remember it was one wetlands crossing, like way up north. And I think the rest of it, they had like detention basins and stuff, so not anything that's, high on our worry list. We are worried, but not high on our worry list, because they say they're having trouble with, I guess, getting some of these silt sacks into their inlets, so I guess they're having some erosion problem. Of course, the hill is like this,
It's very high.
There's
So-
a river that runs through it.
yeah. So, I get, they're down into their, like, detention basins, I'm assuming,
I believe so.
but I don't know that for sure, but I remember there wasn't any wetlands at the bottom.
There wasn't a lot of wetlands on this property, if
Yeah.
I remember correctly. There was some. I know it's been modified for them to be out of it more.
Yeah.
This project is moving along fairly quickly. I do have an eye on it, though.
Oh, okay,
but
all
I'll
right.
definitely go out, I do go out there at least once a week.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about runoff into the road. All right, well, thank you for keeping an eye on that. Okay, 35 Merwin Brook Road, the land use office was kind enough to refer this matter to our attorney. So we got a letter, copy of the letter that the town attorney has sent to the
It's
applicant.
not been sent just yet, that's just a
Oh,
draft.
it has not been,
No. I was looking to see if this is the next step that the commission would like to
oh,
take.
you're right, it hasn't, it's not signed, I didn't know that, I had no real way to know that. Okay, so Laura, why don't you tell us what you think, the next steps, the options are?
The options is we can continue collecting the citations. I don't believe that it, seems very likely that we're gonna get voluntary compliance on this based off of the last correspondence. So I referred it to our town council, who informed me that the next step would be going forward with the demand letter and starting litigation. So,
How much does he owe? What's his,
I think it's
22 grand.
20-something thousand as of a couple weeks ago.
It's the guy who sent the nasty emails?
Right.
Yeah, this has
Yeah,
been,
same.
this
Talk
has
to his
been
attorney.
going on
for a long time?
for
Multiple years.
2 years.
Right.
The-
$20,000.
Yeah,
22,100.
22,100 to be
My
precise,
God.
as of February 27th, that is. I said we hear that everybody agreed, well, the letter says, we approved an application, he didn't do it. We haven't heard from him. He says he couldn't put the trees in because he didn't have water. He's never said when he's going to put the trees in. So, I'm of the opinion, there's no reason, if we continued, right now you're also holding up his,
I will not sign off on any finals as far as building permits are concerned, because he's not in compliance with his original wetlands plan, which is to have the plantings in.
right, right.
So-
So now if he can't get a CO on his property, there could be some, at least for me, I remember when I built a piece of property, if you didn't get the CO in time, the bank got very interested in that.
Well,
Yes,
Because you had a construction, mortgage.
construction loan.
Yeah, you had a construction loan, and they got very interested
They
in the
don't
whole
like to
thing.
carry construction loans too long.
Right,
people could live into a house without a CO, and after a period of time, it's called cured. Cured, that's a legal term,
okay,
and he might be looking at doing something like that,
possible.
yeah.
You're right, that's a possibility. My inclination is to send this letter. That's my inclination, gentlemen.
I would tend to agree.
Yeah. Of all of the options, this seems to be the one that's going to get us the furthest, to get this problem solved sooner rather than later.
Besides, Laura said too, he doesn't seem like he's gonna comply voluntarily.
I agree.
Yeah, he's not showing a lot of cooperation, he doesn't eagerly return calls, he doesn't provide dates as to when things are going to happen. So, All right, well, Laura, you're saying it would be good then to have a motion to, that's in support of the transmittal of this letter?
Correct.
Something like that?
Yes, or to go forward in open litigation.
Okay, so, all right, then I'll make a motion then to support the submittal of this draft letter of February 27th from the town attorney to Mr. Kinsella, and enable and request that the town, right, go forward with litigation to resolve, to move this remediation and to move this violation forward
I'll second
to resolution. So Bob seconds. Any other discussion on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. It's all unfortunate and unnecessary.
Agreed.
You're right.
Okay, let me go back to my agenda. 549 Federal Road, and this is the one that's got, it's not like the wetlands are in jeopardy right now, but there was activity to resolve a problem in the upland review area that it doesn't impact that pond. The property owner asked for some, what's the word I want here? Sensitivity to the fact that he had some health problems, which we agreed to, and then we expected him, and they said he's out of town. So right now, do you know, were they able to get a hold of him? Because what we talked about last meeting was if he can't be here on the 24th, send an agent.
We did
Yes.
send an email, I believe, stating the same, that
Okay.
the commission said that they were,
If you can't be here on the,
If you cannot be here, you need to send an agent.
right,
And that we were sensitive to the health concerns. It was sent by Ann.
okay.
I thought it was some part of your packet, but maybe it isn't.
Well, I didn't get all the way through.
But I did see it, she did carbon copy me on it, or
Okay.
CC me on it, so. I have not heard one way or another, so I do anticipate them to be here on the or an agent to be here on the 24th. And as always, we send an email reminder only the week before the meeting stating your attendance is required.
Now, they need to file an application yet too, correct?
They need to complete their application.
Okay.
I know that there has been one started. So I do not have an update on this one.
So that's what we would, do you think that's their expectation? Do you think that expectation has been set, that they are, either the owner or the agent will arrive on the 24th with an application? Do you think that's the expectation?
I believe that's the expectation.
Okay.
But
So,
yet we can't fully act on the 24th if it's a new application.
it's a new application, but at least it'll be here.
Correct.
You know, and they would probably set it up in the new business, so you can,
Discuss it.
discuss it, discuss the application. If it's not there, then you have some options too. You can listen to whatever the problem is, conceivably, if it makes sense to extend it, then do that. Otherwise, again, you can move to the next step of violations, which could be fines, right?
Correct.
So those would be the two options. Again, listen to what their story is.
Mhm.
If they're not here, then you can also right then, since for noncompliance, without any other additional information, you can move to
Correct.
set fines.
Because we have had a notice of violation issued since November 26th,
Right,
so.
right. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay. All
That's what
right.
I was thinking.
Continued public hearings, we do not have any. We do not have any old business. We took care of the new business. Correspondence, we don't have anything. Review of the previous minutes. I would just probably make one change here on line 62. It says the board, we don't have a board, we have a commission. So, because I don't know who the board would be.
I believe that was our recording secretary, you also did zoning board of appeals, so.
Okay, well, that can be, I know we're, we all different flavors here.
So 64, the same change?
Yeah.
So line 62
Yeah, yeah, and then the other one, over on line 50, I don't know if I expressed confusion, I expressed concern.
So we'll change confusion to concern.
Yeah, I am not at all confused with the history of this property, nor the process, nor the lack of information from the applicant, so. So we make those, is that it? Do we have board any other place? Oh, that's pretty good. 3 changes in a 15-minute meeting, that's pretty good.
11 minutes, according to the minutes.
11 minutes. Thank you, Rob.
Well, you
11
got it-
oh,
you got it
yeah,
down
11
to a
minutes.
nanosecond,
That's pretty
come on.
good. Have change every 2.5, well, whatever it is. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for February 24th with the changes to change on line 50, confusion to concern, and on 63 and 64 to replace the word board with the correct title, which is commission.
I'll second it.
Bob seconds that.
I
Any
have to
dis-
abstain.
Oh, that's okay, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I
Any
abstain,
opposed? 1 abstention. Motion carries 3-0 to 1. Informal discussion. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Thomas?
Second.
Rob makes the motion. Tom seconds it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Boy, these meetings are getting
Well, that was
shorter and
good.
shorter.